And like I said, so let's jump into it. And I think Janthir Wild starts here. There we go. You have a long while. I couldn't pick the games today. And I don't think anyone was gonna watch me go over all of Castora because I'm crafting the legendary Aqua Breather container, which has like all weights in it.
Drinks later.
So I'm missing like currency from the first map, and I think 250 gold something each. It's mostly the currencies now for the item.
Step inside. Your journey starts here.
Ah, hi Amber. I guess you showed up when I started the Slayer of Isomir, Commander. I'm Skarty, son of the White Bear. Yeah. You're not inexperienced when it comes to facing unknown threats. None of us are anymore, really. When those demons arrived, they brought something even the Elder Dragons couldn't get to last for longer than a bonfire on a cold night. Peace. Or at least conversations about peace. You've been invited to the Tyrian Alliance. I'll give you the details. Meet me in Holbreck and we'll get to it. Skarty. On a personal note, I haven't had the space to thank you for all you've done for our people. Look forward to meeting with you. Okay, it was over in Holbreck. My bad. Then again, it's been like, what? An entire damn year since the story released. Two, maybe, even. I think I have every right to be forgetful. That open. Was he the one that lived by the Bear Lodge? I was trying to run with holding left and right mouse case down.
I want to respect his desires, but he has responsibility. If my brother shows his face...
You'll be the first to know. But mind you, my love, we're all healing in our own way.
A good reminder. When we're done here, this note is for Bram. Ah, good to see your face in these halls. A champion returned. Name's Skarty. We've likely met. I'm Newt's son.
Busy?
Very. But thank you for joining me on such short notice. I'll be prompt. My summoning you isn't without purpose. The Tyrian Alliance will begin soon.
You mentioned. I don't know what that is.
I imagine not, as I've been tasked with extending the invitation to you myself. You were personally elected. Be proud. The demons that terrorized us, they stirred something in the world, and not just fear, hope. Something we lacked. leaders started talking. We've gotten more done in the last month than the last 20 years. Trade, rebuilding. Here's your invitation. One came for each of us this morning. The Alliance is meeting in Lion's Arch. I'd head there sooner rather than later.
Okay, so I was partially right. I just forgot the racial home city. It's neat. Accord of Queen Jenna, Regal of Kryda. You are divided. No shit. To the esteemed Pack Commander, it is with the highest respect that the founding committee of the Tyrian Alliance would like to invite you to join our organization of trust and dignity. We hoped for a brighter tomorrow after the passing of Suwon marked a new era for Tyria. But something pushed back on that hope when a series of demonic attacks left our people and our homes in peril. Although these attacks have recently waned, their source has not yet been discovered. And until it has, we are vulnerable. But from that vulnerability, something else was born. Awareness. Leaders started speaking with leaders. Nations once impaired with archaic rivalries were suddenly allies.
Step inside.
Or on their way.
Starts here.
Pain was shared as readily as food. After we'd survived the fight against the Elder Dragons, surely the next threat to rise in their place would not stop us. And it has not stopped us. As leaders talked, we realized that it was time again to try and hand out our hand at unity. Not all will agree, and we certainly have our critics. But peace isn't made overnight. I can't read. Thus the Tyrian Alliance was formed. Commander, you have been a constant glimmer of hope in the times of ire. You've impacted each of our lives in immeasurable ways. It is for that reason you're invited to join us in Lion's Arch for a celebration of trust. The Alliance may be new, but with time, it will become something truly admirable and productive. For Tyria, for all of us. With support of the Tyrian Alliance Founding Committee, Queen Jenna of Kryda. Can't read, can't talk, can't think. Also, the reason I was late today was 1, I woke up too late. 2, I was fixing food. Better be inside. Oh yeah, politics. Yeah. I was cooking food, and then I got a message that I had a package arriving. So I had to bolt down to the lobby. Got the delivery person right as they came, and took it. So I don't know what's in the package yet. I instantly started preparing for the stream.
Hold it. Name?
Commander, over here.
That you are. Didn't recognize the face at first. Fought alongside you during Scarlet's attack. Go ahead. Don't mind me, just being cautious. A lot of big names in this building.
It's a big job.
Yeah, he's not wrong. And if he's lying guard and San Scarlet, yeah, he had a right to be. Huh? Who are you?
Malice, Anise. Heck of a party. No less cramped than any of Ash's hidden outposts.
Delegates and leaders are still arriving, but the turnout is impressive. My surprise is agreeable.
And nerve-wracking.
Everyone is comforted that you're joining us. You command quite a bit of respect here. Not all of us do the same.
I'm not too surprised. You're modest.
Save that irascible demeanor for negotiations, Imperator. Go on. Mingle. As soon as a few more arrive, we'll get started.
So that's the last one I need. I'm never getting that. You got everything here, thank God. I have no idea about that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, who's my first victim? Hello.
Commander, good to see you. Quite the gathering. Certainly beats interrogations and trial preparations. Bangar? Who else? We'll save that headache for opening remarks. I'm eager to put it behind us. Hasn't made things easy, though. The Dominion lives. Their numbers are just depleted.
Tails between their legs, no doubt.
I forgot they were still a thing.
Hello again. It is a genuine pleasure to see a familiar face in unfamiliar lands.
Welcome, Commander. I'm glad to finally have a meeting under less dire circumstances.
An empress and a queen. Dangerous combination.
Queen Jenna has been instrumental in Cantha's integration. I'm eager for these meetings to commence.
All I've done is make introductions.
With every trade organization and leader between the Shiver Peaks and the unending ocean. Such modesty. I'm hoping that today is productive, if not educational.
The latter, I can promise.
Kaith, how are you doing, old friend?
Commander, I'd heard you'd been invited. Glad to see you again.
Kaith is joining me as counsel. We've both a stake in seeing our people thrive after everything we've endured.
Sylvari resistance is the stuff of legend. How are you doing after Irene?
Some days are melancholy, but she still guides me. I'm needed by my people. That has given me purpose.
That they do. Kaith has been vital in our pursuit of healing. We've all experienced a bit of an identity crisis after Maguma. We're well on our way, but we've problems to solve for yet.
We should all follow in your footsteps.
Yeah, Sylvari are sturdy like oaks. Everyone is in here.
Commander!
At last, the hero of Kragstead. You owe me a keg, Erson. No, make that 10.
Graham is representing Kragstead. acting as my own advisor.
You could do a hell of a lot worse. You could also do a lot better.
Got all you need. I went home for a while after. The whole thing was an accident. One day I'm patching homesteads and caring for lone wolf pups, and the next I'm... well, here.
You? Leading an entire village? Huh. I'm impressed.
He's modest. He proved to be the leader Kragstead needed, and irreplaceable while I've helped take on more for Newt. A natural leader, our boy.
Stop.
I'm glad for you, Bram. Air would be proud. Counselor Ludo, that's a lot of paperwork for one Asura.
Couldn't get a single one of those old sacks to put down the gavel and at least try to make friends. Did send me with a giant pile of paperwork, though. That's what I'd like to call the Asuran hello. Nonsense, most of it. Cantha is revealed. And if not for copying Asuran ingenuity, they'd still be decades behind. But we can't hide in our labs.
If you want to lead, you have to get out in front.
I certainly do hope that you are correct.
Top job. Most people came in pairs, save for Ludo. And Sparrowhawk, it seems. I think that's the minion of the winds.
I, Countess Anise, liaison to Queen Jenna of Kryta, call all representatives of the Tyrian Alliance to council. Please, to your places. We've quite a bit to cover. First and foremost, the Pact and Orders send their regards. Structural changes have them occupied. But with that aside, the founding members have come prepared with opening statements. Affirmations of why we're here. As our mutually elected emissary, Commander, would you like to determine the order of operations?
What qualifies me to make that call?
You've had a hand in just about everything Tyria has endured since the retaking of Claw Island. We approve.
I imagine the Pale Mother supports this notion.
Sure, have at it.
Yay. I don't think it matters what you start with. Skip all our topics. Yeah. Also, I don't remember what happened when I first played this. I think I played through these as they released, so... And my streams crashed halfway through all the time, so I think I'm gonna replace all those VODs on YouTube.
I am firstborn Dagonet. Keith and I have ventured from the Grove to represent the Sylvari. The Pale Tree sends her regards. Her healing has been a slow process, but her spirits remain bright and focused on our growth. Our people experienced a deep wound when Mordremoth rose and fell. As a people, we have many questions about where we come from, what purpose we serve following the Elder Dragon's death. Who are we as a society? Many have decided to leave our home in search of these answers. Finding direction and purpose, that is our focus. As the Pale Tree heals, so do the rest of us.
I'm gonna mute and eat my food while I do this. Shutting up. Nah.
Krisha, Imperator of the Blood Legion and elected representation from the Char. I'd be lying if I said tensions weren't high at the Citadel. With Bangar's trial nearing, another civil war isn't impossible. Even behind bars, Bangar commands respect from his most loyal. Although weakened, the Dominion is still a threat. However, the Imperators are mostly aligned. Imperator Malice of the Ash Legion joins me today in support. Ephraim sends his. You may have heard the whispers, but there are calls for another Con-Ur to rise. The Imperators don't disagree. But the Trial of Embers will wait until we've decided Bangar's fate. That is our first priority.
Counselor Ludo of the Arcane Council. I'll keep it brief. As you can observe, I am the only present representative from the Council. We are experiencing growing pains. Cantha's prowess threw us for a loop. I may be alone in this thinking, but about damn time. For a long while, the Council has lazily relied on Asuran Magitech superiority. We've become complacent, our research secondary. I, and a few others, have been advocating for a more productive integration into the global sector. No disrespect intended, but Cantha's advancements on our designs? Well, frankly, it's insulting. Our knowledge is still unmatched.
An interesting choice of words. Know that I enjoy competition. In fact, I encourage it.
As do I. My first significant motion on the Arcane Council has been to eliminate any restrictions on admittance into the Asuran colleges. Our next focus will be on global equitable information exchange. That's all. For now.
I am Scarty, son of Newt Whitebear. Sends his best. Old man just can't say no to a good brawl. Expected to heal just fine. Just as our people are healing. Unsure of how to approach the spirits. How we can help them. If we can help them.
The Sylvari share in your pain. The Pale Tree. That's been a process.
Aye. Looking ahead has been our focus. Our scouting parties have returned to the far north to explore the villages and homesteads cut off from Holbrook for decades. We've also got eyes on the sons of Svanir. Rather, what remains of them. Most fell with Jormag. Those that remain, broken, lost. If we can offer any rehabilitation, we will. But we won't welcome more violence to Holbrook.
Esteemed leaders, I am thankful to have met a few of you before. Queen Jenna has made many of these introductions. For those of you I have not met, I am Empress Yin of Cantha. I was advised to send a liaison in my stead, but I wanted to show the face of the Empire. Cantha's integration into Tyrian politics has not been swift or easy. But it is considered our greatest priority in the wake of the Elder Dragon event. Our people are largely united in wanting, but like all nations, an underbelly of resistance remains. However, I want to pull us from the murk and into the light. Cantha's technologies are vast, some might say superior, and I firmly believe that we offer something unique. And clearly share similar passions with our neighbors. Together, imagine what we could accomplish. While we are focused on diplomacy, we've had a secondary goal of enlisting archivists from across continents. Our libraries and history texts are woefully dated.
My queen.
Thank you all for your remarks. We gather on mutual ground as allies. For some, friends. We suffered the Elder Dragons. We saw a new Elona and Cantha. We've endured much. But now, Tyria has the promise of tomorrow. The last decade was cruel, but standing united today shows promise that my father only dreamt of. However, it is not on kind terms that we gather. The Alliance was formed as a reaction to a new threat. Almost a year ago now, demons attacked our villages and farmlands. Your cities and homes.
48 dead in the mountains. An entire village burned to the ground.
One attacked the grove.
2, just outside the gates of Rata Novus. They stank.
No casualties should be accepted. These attacks were calculated, I've heard. Our perpetrator? The Cryptus.
Cryptus?
And what exactly are these Cryptus? Where did they come from?
The more pertinent question, how did the Queen discern this information? Tone.
I've dealt with an Emperor's horde of petty banter, so I pivot. Queen Jenna, care to elaborate?
This information is as novel to me as it is to the Alliance.
I've heard rumors of your trustworthiness, Your Majesty.
No hyperbole until the Queen has spoken.
I have questions. This isn't a tavern brawl.
How does she know that?
I need to confer with the elders.
Enough!
Enough!
Oh yeah, he shows up.
I see the triviality of Tyrian politics has not ceased its endless parade. Shall we have a mature discussion?
I'm not qualified to be.
Introducing representation from the Astral Ward. Iskarin.
Iskarin.
I apologize for my friend's theatrics.
Road.
Warden of the Astral Ward.
What's going on, Jenna? Answers.
Queen. If you wish to leave with all your limbs intact.
Calm, all of you. And I thought the war bands needed babysitting. Frode, was it?
Indeed. Admittedly, I expected worse. Wayfinder, under duress as always.
Wayfinder. Ah, should have known you had a leg in this race.
I'll try talking to them.
Just standing there watching Jenna say Cryptus is like, how the hell did you find out about that? And up comes Asgara. It's like, ah. That explains it. Need to move stuff around. Hello. Who is Garan or what is this Garan? I've never seen one like him before. You're from Dominion of the Rings, right? Is he the same as those exalted who helped defend the Ares walls from Dormag? They both float. Skaran is a seer. Like the exalted though, he's here to help us. Close enough. I have a bad feeling about this. Who is he? Beings using such powerful and ancient magic have not historically boded well for the people of Valona. Fair. This time, the ancient being is on our side. Isgara wants to help Tyria. I think it was Frode who convinced him. Or the rest of the Astral War, I don't remember. Commander, who are these strange beings, who are these strangers barging in? I want answers now, before my fists go looking for them. Calm, Scotty. They are friends. Hear them out, please. Cryptus, the Astral Ward, and a seer. You knew about all this, and you didn't tell me? Who would I be to burden you further? Aren't you up to your ears in paperwork? Close enough. When standing on the floor and not on a crate. Thank you. Isgarin is a seer, is he not? Navan has shared much of her historical knowledge with me. I would not have expected that any seers still existed, let alone to have one appear right in front of us. Only one left. If you know of them, then you'll know he's here as an ally. Oh, you're the ish leader of Lion's Arch? I think you're the head leader among the council. It's Garan. I know the name from the people of Garenhof. But what is going on? Call the Lion Guard. No need for Lion Guard. It's Garan of Road, come in peace. They'll explain. Commander, while I have certainly had my fair share of life-altering realizations, still like to know what this is all about. Should I be concerned? Hiccups. No need for concern, Dagonet. The Astro Ward marched out for the Alliance.
Ready as they'll ever be. Get to the point.
They thrive on the brink of chaos.
We've all endured enough trauma for a lifetime. Patience.
If we're measuring trauma and lifetimes, they wouldn't compare.
Not exactly wrong, given what you've been through.
Thank you for allowing us the time to speak to you all today. I apologize for the dramatic entrance. Again, I am Frode of the Astral Ward.
Frode. I've heard that name.
The ward has been cloaked in shadow for centuries, protecting you from threats unknown and unlike the Elder Dragons.
The Cryptus.
The source of our demon infestation, I take it?
Beings of the Mists who are no longer a problem. Not right now. Our Wayfinder, your commander, can speak to that.
I joined their fight. The Cryptus have been contained.
I wouldn't be surprised if some still attempted to breach our realm, but they aren't organized.
He speaks truth, as the commander can attest. Hesitant trust is advised. Isgarin revealed himself to me not long before he revealed himself to all of you.
The Cryptus are harbingers of what may come next from the mists.
And you say they're no longer a threat, Wayfinder?
I've been to their realm myself. They've been stabilized.
When Su Won passed, Tyria's essence bled into the veil beyond, the mists. We are no longer shielded by her power. Every eye turned toward us in that moment, and likely more. We glow brighter than we did before. Tyria is a unique world, coveted by those beyond.
To summarize, our demons are Cryptus, and you two, the Astral Ward, are some sort of secret organization that fights them?
Not just Cryptus, but any intruder from another realm.
We've certainly faced other threats that were not born of Tyria. Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner?
Or help us with the Elder Dragons?
I will answer all of your questions. But this is not the right venue.
I'm inclined to agree. Whatever this information is, I gather it's sensitive in nature.
I imagine the room needs a moment to reflect. Shall we pause and reconvene in smaller council?
After our councils have ended, I will speak with any of you. Whatever questions you may have, I will try to answer them.
Honestly, if it had been Maban who showed up, if he had lived, I think half of the humans would have flipped.
Commander, with us. We'd like to continue the conversation.
But plans. I'm gonna go with the smaller castles first.
Look at them over there. Can I assume they're scheming?
No, Counselor. Assumptions are very often incorrect. We'll have plenty of time to ask our questions. And I have some for you, as we were tasked. Before the Arcane Council, my research says that you were the Dean of Statics.
I am the Dean of Statics. If I dedicated all of my time to the Council, my brain would melt and drip onto the floor.
Talented and busy. You remind me of my sister. Say, you and I should plan a visit. We're supposed to be making friends after all. I would love to host you in our labs. I'm very curious to see how they stand up to such a precise eye.
If they stand. I would love to give you my assessment, Empress. And I'm also happy to waive my consultation fees in good faith.
Good faith indeed. I see you two are getting along.
My people have recently begun early exploration of Dislana. The dragon brand is weakening, all these years later. Dangerous place, rampant with harpies. I don't see them helping us. Perhaps the Hecate?
I've only been to the ruins of Foreigner, parts of Korna. I should visit more of Alona. When you call Dislana dangerous, what do you mean?
You've been to the best tourist attractions, at least. You should visit. Dislana is taxing. Harpies are dominant, which makes it hostile territory. But my people used to hide in the mountains. We have records and rumors of temples, settlements. I don't know if anything waits for us there, but it's worth looking.
Sounds like the Greater North. Homesteads long displaced by Jormek's storm. No telling if there are any survivors.
We defeat the Elder Dragons, and this is our reward. The scraps of what used to be.
I think that's all of them now.
So you've met before?
Anise introduced us. Their friendship was just as much a surprise to me.
We sought another ally ahead of the Forum. We've known it was time to reveal ourselves to the world. Figured this would be better than a more public spectacle.
That inclination isn't wrong. Why now, though?
The Cryptus may be controlled, or contained. But my words should cause fear. Tyria is as blood in water.
And what exactly is attracted to that blood?
Any number of beasts and beings. I've no reason to think we're in imminent danger. But I suspect something draws closer.
And we all need to prepare. The Astral Ward is ready to help in any way we can.
So you've numbers then?
Some. Fewer after the Cryptus. We bled on the edge of that blade.
What do you propose we do?
Focus on your affairs. We'll get nowhere without some degree of control. Your nations are fragile still. Heal. Nourish.
We'll be establishing pacts with our neighbors. I suggest you do the same.
Wise.
On that subject, I'd like to offer some information on the Isle of Janthir.
There we go.
Janthir. A storm looms over that place. Blood. That is not a territory I wish to cross.
I don't expect you to, but we may find more allies throughout those lands. The Lowland Coden.
My father spoke of them briefly. He left their territory untouched. Those are bonds I have not maintained.
I imagine there's more to this suggestion, Iskarin?
We should speak within thicker walls. Yes.
Wayfinder, I don't think anyone here would be better equipped to help form these bonds. You are not only a representative of the Astral Ward, but of Tyria. Look around this room. Take it in.
I could support that notion. Yes.
Utilize Moon Camp. It's only kicking up dust otherwise. We'll send ward to your aid. All your aid. The ward will establish a gateway between our outpost and the human city. With the Queen's blessing.
Blessing granted. I support this, and you, Commander. Now is the time to fortify. The Countess will meet you in Divinity's Reach.
Krysa enemies. Once they stop moving.
I've witnessed cleaner executions.
Krisha, think I'm going with the commander to Janthir. I feel a professional pull. Have little intel on that location, or these Coden, and it feels vital. Or intriguing, at least.
An Imperator leaving her post to get her claws dirty. Care to steal my mate, too? Go. Be our eyes. I can cover for us.
I'll see you there, Commander.
It was such a long time while Soda was going on. I briefly forgot that my main title was Commander. And I don't know where I was at the time, but an NPC was like, "Good to see you, Commander." I was like, who? What? And then it clicked like, oh yeah, I'm the Commander first, then Wayfinder second. So like, Grisha's reaction when I first played this, like, Wayfinder? Guild is charged. How many invitations are lying around? Jesus. One for each race, never mind. I can actually jump out here. And by replaying, they don't... It's not like on my male Sylvari Guardian, where when you play them through the first time, they just go straight in order. And in territory. If we can ace in Divinity's Reach, I think that was behind. Yeah, behind the Royal Palace. Palace, castle, residence, whatever they call it. Oh, my leg. Can't go in there. I think it was that I have to go this way. Whee! Hello.
Prompt, as expected. Welcome, Commander. The gateway is active. I've word that Malice will meet you there. Got a glimpse of the place myself. Frode gave the Queen a proper tour. He'll be expecting you too. Though, between friends, their definition of camp is sweet. I'm sure you'll be very comfortable.
Dramatics from the Astral Ward? Shocking.
You are quite adapted to them, aren't you? How are you feeling about the mission, then?
Ready for anything. Don't know what to expect, but I love an adventure. I live and breathe the outdoors. That we're meeting Coden? Well, let's just say we have a lot in common.
Diplomacy is a fine craft, Commander. And making allies requires an artisan. Oh, before you depart, do we prefer Wayfinder or Commander now?
For you? I don't know if you calling me anything but Commander would sound natural.
Old habits die hard, I suppose. Good luck.
Continue. I need to go through the wiki and see all the dialogue differences. Actually, I haven't read through the episode dialogue as I normally do. I tend to do that when I don't feel like, what was it again? I have 3 guardians, I know that. I just don't remember. Here we go. Should say on the list. I have 2 Norn, 2 Char, 2 Solvari, 1 Asura. So don't have a human. Well, anyway, when I don't feel like playing a specific race or something just to get to that point, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna read through the wiki dialogue. Which might, I should probably have guardians of each race. One, because it's the only class I can play without having to look. And 2, I get the races I need.
Wayfinder, the guest of honor. Welcome to Moon Camp. Vanak, if you don't remember. Fought with you against the Cryptus and Omnitas.
I've slept in worse homesteads. Whew, this is grand.
The Astral Ward? Subtle. Not a chance. Good to see you closer to ground, though. I volunteered to help with the integration. Long overdue that we got involved in Tyrian affairs. More publicly, that is. Got a few things to atone for.
Oh, Commander, Vanak was just giving us the lay of the land. Dangerous place, Janthir. Eager to scope it out.
I am as well. There's something about the atmosphere here that wilts my senses.
Are you following me? You're always welcome in my party, old friend.
On Dagonet's order, he didn't go into much detail about the Pale Tree's status. And perhaps it's not my place to say, but her recovery has been slower than we expected. Some days she seems weaker than the day before. We search for a remedy. The Astral Ward knows magic, and ancient magic at that. I'm hoping we can form a connection with you.
I do too, for what it's worth. And all help is good in these parts. Janthir is a nasty place to get lost. But before you touched ground, Frode wanted to speak with you, Wayfinder. Seemed urgent enough to prioritize.
Right. I'll track him down.
Doers did that for me. Hello.
Have you gotten an ounce of rest?
I used to be in charge of Moon Camp before Levente named me Warden.
If they pulled you from your sky post, this must be serious.
You know us well. It's true. The Lowland Coden will be fine allies of Queen Jenna and the Tyrian Alliance. That is no lie. They know these lands better than most. Janthir and the northern stretches are formidable. how much did you learn of waiting sorrow during your time in Omnitas?
Waiting sorrow, your missing wizard? Not a lot. Besides the fact that she created the Heart of the Obscure.
Indeed. I've never met her, of course, as she's been missing since before Ascalon burned to the ground. This must stay between us, for now. But we suspect that she's hiding among the Coden.
You want me to find her?
It isn't a burden on your shoulders alone. The Ward is here to support in whatever way we can. But, yes, we need you to.
Is she dangerous?
She's very capable. For your own safety, expect resistance. I wish I knew more. Between us, Wayfinder, all conversation about her turns Isgarin more conspiratorial than usual.
Then I'll keep my guard up.
Good. For what it's worth, Dagda doesn't agree with him. She was also Waiting Sorrow's closest friend, so there's bias. But that's all I've got, so I'll leave you to it. Get to know the region. We'll set out in search of the Coden soon as well. They've been known to homestead along the delta and the coastline. They'll build for 100 or so years, then move. Unsure of their exact position, but I imagine we're close. We portaled Moon Camp here to avoid scaring the locals.
Probably more subtle than flying it over the bay. Good call.
Stalwart Hart pulled some research noting they're not especially keen on magic. A floating building may cause alarm. But good luck. I'll be here to guide you as I can. Ward's busy with the reacclimation. It's going to be a long process.
Can't say I blame them. Stalwart Heart sounds like it's an astral codon.
How are things with the Ward?
Fine. Tense. Isgarin wanted to lock our doors and go back into hiding, but that's just not an option for us. We have 100 fractal inhabitants taking up residence in Omnitas, and I doubt they want to stay. They're sitting in a limbo of our making. And that's just one problem.
Are you going to get the Alliance involved? Probably a smart move.
I think we have to. Lear agrees. He strongly agrees.
Which side of him?
Isgarin's worried that the world will think us monsters, which is a fair fear, but our actions aren't above critique. I'm airing my angst. Suffered a few long nights, but we're moving in the right direction. Don't let me distract you.
Don't mind him at all.
Any brilliant insights from Frode, Commander?
He and I caught up and talked about the Coden. We're not exactly sure where they're settled today, but they're likely close. Astral Ward research also says that they're a little distrustful of magic. We'll want to keep that in mind.
Sounds like we've plenty to strive for, then. We should get moving. I don't know this region.
I'd recommend taking it slow. When we call Janthir treacherous, we mean it.
It's in the room, Frode. Yeah.
How big is Janthir?
Big.
Huge. Practically in Krytus still. But the deltas are considered a part of the Isles due to their climate and flora. It stretches far to the north, running parallel to the northern Shiver Peaks, as far as modern maps are concerned. The Isles and Bay make up most of the occupied territory, with some coastal regions lining the mainland. There was even a small human outpost on the Isles, but it's long abandoned now. Don't know a lot about it.
Not a good place to be, then.
Doors.
That That's a cryptis axe. I'd recognize it anywhere.
Yep. Moon Camp operated in the area during the attacks. Eparch's grunts were poking at something here. Never figured out what.
Given Janthir's history, I imagine there are any number of things a demon could be drawn to. Not especially inspiring, though.
I'm guessing that's how they operate the whole thing. Yeah, I wanted to check the town record here. Like, this is before prophecies. Right. Skull Gabriel. But A and B. They are... I never understood or found out what these mean. It can also be like after 1069 and these are before. D must be birth. No, what am I saying? D must be death. Oh. I was looking at the B here and like, birth? These two seem to be families. These two seem to be family. Yeah, whatever. Sometimes it's like detective work, reading through the well, any of the lore you find.
That's a Valraven talent. Nasty beast. The ward has little documentation, aside from a few first-hand accounts. When few travelers come through Janthir, stay away from them at all costs.
Oh, I've seen them. Is there anything more in here? Cryptus flora. Yay. Creepy and Blight. Did you get a hold of those? I just now realized they were here.
A lot of things come to Janthir to hide from the rest of Tyria. That's why the Mersat built Bava Nisos here. Though, that place is all ruins and storms now. Hard to get close.
Bava Nisos? What's that?
Former Mersat city. Fixed in the middle of the Isles. Been abandoned for a long time. Don't think I'd want to go anyway. Maban told me about it. Didn't sound all that hospitable. He went back from time to time. Memories, I imagine. Or guilt.
You know better. 610 after Exodus. What was this about? That's the first warden, I think. Restricted area above Nasos. Maban and his guardian have placed a research restriction on the Janthir Isles and the city of Bavanesos. Research may commence from a distance, but given the present Mersat influence and danger in the region, all travel to and from Janthir must be explicitly approved by Maban. Travel to the isle themselves is prohibited. While the isles themselves are considered to be dangerous, are considered too dangerous for war interference, the mainland regions within the territory are free for exploration so long as permission is granted and caution is utilized. A handful of peaceful, smaller societies live along the mainland coastal regions and should be treated with the same caution as any non-astral world entity. Point.
What can you tell us about the history of this place? Oh, former home of the Mersat, and later the White Mantle. From my research, there's been very little activity in recent years.
Correct. Aside from the Kodan, only a few other groups have called it home. Some centaur tribes, trolls, creatures that keep to themselves. And the Isles are another story. I recommend you read up on it. A lot of blood has been spilled here.
I think in season 3, Codicus made his way here or something. I don't remember if we discovered what. Whee!
It's so quiet.
Reminds me of Drizzlewood. Abundant vegetation. I wonder how much of this is edible.
Only one way to find out. But where should we head to first?
Sounds like something to be determined by a wayfinder.
Okay, just the two of us. Monarch stays up there. 3 of us. I can't read, I can't count, blah. I don't think I'm awake yet.
We should follow that stream, see where it leads.
Follow the stream, goes away from the stream.
Goodness, look at you. This is a very old tree. Imagine the stories it could tell us. Standing tall and strong, protecting the smaller growth.
Eyes up, Keith.
I mean, her eyes were up.
Now you suffer.
How tall is this thing? Tall.
It may be dangerous, but this place... it's stunning.
That's nature, always trying to kill you. But at least she looks good doing it. Where do you think this water leads?
Well, it comes from here. Oh wow. Where? Cliff face. There's stuff over there.
Watch out for the cliff. Wouldn't make for a nice fall.
Never mind the cliff. Watch out!
Might makes me right. Now you suffer.
What were those things?
Must be Valraven. Talons look just like the one Vinok showed us.
Janthiri flora is fascinating. And probably very toxic.
Ward, I need assistance now! Alchemy! It won't calm!
Treacherous, eh?
Better check it out.
Together, everyone!
What has them so riled up?
The goblins are annoying.
Attacking on sites so close to a populated camp is concerning behavior.
Bet it has something to do with that distress call.
Reasonable take.
Claw marks.
And from quite a large beast, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Footprints. And more claw marks. Chase them away from camp.
It's also fun replaying this just to see what changes they have made since the release.
Blood. We better hurry.
Anyone! Help us!
Come on!
Wayfinder!
Might makes me right. That's how I do it.
Surround it, quickly.
We're here to calm, not to kill. Maintain eye contact and be firm. The rest of you follow as we guide. The creature is vulnerable. Again, we don't seek to kill it unless absolutely necessary.
Who are you?
Outlander, use this salve. Breathe.
Who are you?
Curious garbs you wear. Perhaps something sturdier would do you better in these parts. Which of you is the leader?
Commander.
Yay.
Look no further.
A child of bitter wind. You'll fare just fine here. I'd like to get to know you better. I'm sure the claw would too. The sun is fading. Wherever you traveled from, our village is likely closer. Follow. We've got a fire for you to sit by.
Thank you. We'll follow. But who are you?
Barbed Veil. Come. You can help us lead the journeykin to safety. But we must move quickly, unless you want to lose yourself in the woods. Our nights have been far darker. The Valraven watch.
Journeykin? You mean that wild animal?
Fascinating beasts they are. Came to us from far away. They need protectors.
It's enraged again?
Stay calm. Help it release that energy, just like last time.
Might makes me right. Eat pain.
As I told you, Outlander, the salve.
Oh, all the Kodos are named now.
Again, keep your voices stable. Help it relax.
The fury is mine.
Didn't mean to smack into the tree, but I forgot where the key was.
Use the salve.
I'm using.
Might makes me right.
I'm using it, Jesus. I'm using it on the wrong thing.
We're your friends.
My God.
Good, good.
Nose. I didn't help fighting around that tree either.
Starting to think that it's enjoying this.
It could be. Let it release that energy.
Might makes me right.
It's playing.
again. The salve. Welcome.
And so close to camp. I was expecting a little more of a hike.
It's been a long while since we've let the outside in. Travelers avoid these lands, and for good reason. Not intentional isolation, that is. It isn't my story to tell, however, and we're nearing the pen. Here, Commander. Use this to calm the beast.
What is it?
Food. Animals, especially feral ones, only know a life of hunting, fighting for their food. A kind interaction and a gift is sometimes all it needs to learn trust.
You return with more than another journeykin, Spearmaster.
More creatures lost in the wild.
A claw of the Coden that I've never heard of, huh?
Call me Stoic Older.
We found them in the forest, defending themselves against this one.
I'm glad you intervened before any lives were lost. Come, we should speak.
As a delegate of the Tyrian Alliance, it's good to meet you, Stoic Alder.
Interesting. I never thought Tyria capable. Clearly, we've plenty to discuss. Come. The village welcomes you.
I'll tend to our friend.
So used to seeing the polar bear Coden, that seeing the grizzly bear Coden was quite a surprise.
Thankfully, you've stumbled into the kindest alcove in Janthir.
By the way, hi Solon. I didn't say that.
Seems we have visitors. Rather unexpected in our keep. Welcome the Tyrian Alliance.
Tyria has allied? Amusing joke you play, leader.
Your skepticism is understandable. But given the severity of recent threats, Tyria needed to act fast. And unitarily.
Threats? Surely the strangers do not walk among all lands.
If you mean the creatures attacking from mist portals, I'm afraid so. We call them cryptis.
Ah, mist portals.
It's of the flesh stalkers that this alliance speaks. Yes. As foes, they proved fatal ones. Lives lost on your front as well, Jan.
I'm afraid so. And allying proved the viable solution, finally.
Fear can be a supreme unifier, or divider, depending on how it is channeled. So, this is why you come to my hearth, with eyes carrying intention. A bid to join your alliance.
Who knows what other threats the mists might bring? Should that happen, we'll have strength in numbers.
I respect your good intentions, but need time to ponder its implications for our own. For now, that is my decision. At this time, I extend our visitors the opportunity to speak with our council members.
Nice to meet you. What's your role on this council?
Why, hello there. Rai Lycan, humble lore master of the lowland. Long before our tribe came to inhabit Janthir, we hailed from a sanctuary far in the north. In those times, we were led by two honored Koden, a claw chosen by the people, Alder's role, same as his mother before him. Also, a voice. She was chosen by Koda himself to share in his mind, ultimately proving her worth by the trial of faith. A trial that would prove both to her detriment and the tribe's. Mid-trial, nearly crushed by the weight of madness, she fled. Some call it cowardice. I believe it was the will to survive that seized her from the brink of oblivion. The same will our claw channeled in the trial's aftermath. Rather than risk ruin, he led the tribe south, to Janthir. Given time, some Kodan found themselves called back by the will of Koda, a call they followed to Or. The rest, our forebearers, remained. And it is here, free from gods, tried only by nature, that we find our sanctuary. Well, at least, that's the speech I've prepared for the Cubs' annual history visit. I fear it sounds a bit rehearsed.
Hello. You can call me Wayfinder. What's your role in that council?
Fading Aurora, village healing master.
Aurora and Barbed Veil, who you first ran into, are two of our newest to don the master title. Though, judging by their expertise, one would suspect them seasoned veterans of their respective crafts. Additionally, Aurora has fast proved an upstanding mentor for my son.
Currently working on the fundamentals of herbalism.
Save some praise for yourself, Alder. The previous Claw would be proud to see how well you're faring in the position.
The claw Aurora speaks of was my mother. Feels both long ago and as recent as yesterday that she stood where I do now.
Though a few claw lengths shorter. By my coming of age, she barely made it to my shoulders. But her presence was grand enough to fill the room.
A true leader of Coden. Many have noted the resemblance. See a bit of her in you both. Wayfinder, you find yourself in good company. Hope you can make yourself at home here.
It's your
Raised
own.
by fire, Journeykin Master. Apologies. My thoughts are occupied by council matters at the moment. If you find yourself with time to pass, my apprentice Burning River is out tending the village Journeykin. Tell him to give you some lessons at my request. They're fine creatures. I suspect you'll make fast friends.
Your speech is so speedy. I just realized. Hello. Hunting master. Oh yeah, you're over by the hunting lodge. What's your role? You could call me Soren Krast. I'm the master of agriculture on this council. You are the... I can remember, right? Because I see you everywhere. You're something to do with the homesteads and decoration. Yep, homestead master. Been working on Druid Healer and now Tempest Healer ally. Forgot how much of a pain heal builds to do simple tasks. Yeah. Should have went DPS first, then heal. Yeah, when I started with Elementalist, I didn't understand crap about how to DPS or anything really, because it was a friend who recommended the class, and the same friend who roped me into Guild Wars 2. And they were like, yeah, that seems right up your alley. You're a firebug. It's like, okay. Later on, when I read about Elementalist, I noticed the 3 dots on it, and it's one of the hardest classes to learn. It's like, okay, I'll do my best. I had just about any other prefix than the ones you're supposed to have on Elementalist. That character was a mess, and I died constantly because I was so squish. So and I've told the story a bajillion times. Couldn't fight a boss, went to the Guardian, stayed on Guardian, haven't looked back. Which is why 3 of my characters that I have are Guardians. Norn, Solari, Char. I'm missing a Sora and Human. Should probably get on that. I have the character slots for it. Hello, outsider. What's your role on this council?
The role of Claw was taken, so I settled for a title more modest.
My son has some years before he claims such expertise, though his mind is sharp. Observing our council provides him practical education, instills discipline.
Poised Arrow, son of Stoic Alter and Silken Weir. You?
Commander or Wayfinder? Wayfinder is probably more fitting these days.
A wayfinder losing their way in our woods. And now Commander. That has a strong sound to it. But if you insist, lost your wayfinder.
Seems our visitor also claims 2 names. We of the lowland drop formality with those we most respect. Right, Pokey?
Yes, Pa.
Leader, best we return to the planned agenda, pressing as it is.
Your concerns are sensible, graced by fire. Poised Arrow, I'm afraid our discussion shall prove as stuffy to our guests as the air in this hall. Show them around.
But we've only just... A fine idea. Best they enjoy the weather while it holds. Meet me outside when you're set.
Alliance, I deem you welcome visitors, for the time being. Feel free to acquaint yourselves with our town. Fortunate for you, the embers of our summer season burn brightest. May your time here pass well.
A worthy challenge.
I like the look of Elementalist since it differs from the Guild Wars 1 variant that was honestly a pain due to exhaustion and mana. Yeah. Like, I have Ranger and Elementalist combination. Because I like the fire damage it has. And I haven't raided in a long time. I think before Secrets of the Obscure released. Because I was trying to craft the Envoy armor. And I had 2 pieces left of whatever it was. Can I find it here? Probably can. Yeah, I was just on part 1. And I had... I think I threw these out from my bank, actually. They were just taking up space. Like, I had a couple of these left that I needed. And the guild I raided with suddenly had a power struggle argument thing that pretty much split up the entire leader group. And they just left the rest of the guild like, what happened? What do we do? Huh? At least one of them reached out to me and told me about it, that you're gonna have to find another group to raid with because everything that happened. And then ArenaNet revealed that they were gonna make a open world legendary armor. And I was like, oh thank god, I don't have to care about raiding. So I just grinded for the longest time 6 of everything. So if I find obsidian, tier 2, good enough. No, not good enough. Where is it? Where is the... That's tier 2 heavy armor. That's tier 1. Where is the... It's Envoy. Is it you? It's you. There we go. Like, some of these had a question mark on them. It's like, this is coming up in a future future release. And like, okay, well, the ones I can grind for, I'll do. So I just grinded 6 of everything. And I finally have at least a heavy armor. I don't know if I'll ever bother with heavy and light, medium. Like, I'm mentally struggling to start up on these 4. Maybe 5. And then I realized, oh shit, there's legendary rune, and there's legendary sigil as well. Yeah. Send me there. I don't know if I have the mental capacity. And I'm starting to run out of materials because I'm working on the aqua breather container. Like I only need the map currencies, so I have to run around like a moron in maps 1 and 2 to like get all of the currency stuff. Sorry, hiccup. I need... Actually, can I find it? I need 250 for... Actually, I need... what's 250 times 2? It should be 300, right? 500, sorry. So I need 500 gold for 2 pieces. That each cost gold, but they are with 2 different vendors. Gift of the People and... No? Yes? No? Hang on, I have the... I need Chromatic Sap. 226, and that's... however it was I got them. I think I'm doing the mirrors, which is the faster way to farm them. And then I need the Aetherich Sap and Antiquated Ducat. So I get those by doing all the events. And it also says I need 271 gold, which seems about right. Because with the Chromatic Sap, I need concentrated Chromatic Sap, which I get from a vendor in the Glittering Arches. And then Patron of the Magical Arch Plaque, which is from Starlit Well somewhere, I don't know where. Because with those 2 pieces I can get Gift of the Survivors and Gift of the People. And then it looks like I have to pick a mask from the container I have. And that results in the container with all the weights, light, medium, heavy, because I was like, fuck me, I'm not doing things 3 times. And then I found out about the containers, like, we're going for that, what am I missing? So it's taken me like, I think since its release to grind the materials. I'm actually surprised that I had to spend so little. I think the highest amount of gold I spent on material was 10 gold. The rest was like in the silver with all the material, because either I get the crafting materials from the Wizard Vault, the these crafting bags, because here in Janthir, each of the heart vendor has these type of bags that you can get. So I hoarded like 3 250 piles that I just opened and got the needed tier 6 materials. Hallelujah. And I spent almost all of my laurel for the other packs. So, and the rest of the materials was like 48 was left, or 4 was left. It's like, screw it, I'm gonna go to the trading post. I'll probably reach legendary in 3 years. Mental block and no maths this early game. I keep selling stuff instead of hoarding. Yeah. But that's a good thing too, to have like the gold you need, because some of the vendors that has the item you need wants it for like 100 gold or 250 gold. So you're not exactly wrong in hoarding all the gold. I don't know if the bank actually, does it allow gold saving? That's the banker, not what I meant. Bank tab, here we go. Does it allow gold saving there like in Guild Wars 1? No. Not possible. Instead, many players use a private guild bank as a personal savings account to prevent themselves from accidentally spending their funds. That's actually a smart way of doing it. Create a personal guild. Unlock the guild bank. Deposit and withdraw. Not actually a bad idea. Because in Guild Wars 1, there is that option where you can put in a certain amount of platinum. So you can like pull out whatever funds you need if you start a new character. And it costs, I don't remember how much it costs to like unlock their account-wide bank. I think it was 1k or 2k platinum. Then you had to convert to Ecto or Ambrose to unlock the banker in Guild Wars 1. I don't recall. That was the storing? Okay. put these away. I never use them. Just so I can get these out of the way. 25 or 50 gold for unlocking account wide was cheap. Yeah, I think it may have been 50 gold. Now that you mention it. Like, I'm still learning the aspect of Guild Wars 1. And I haven't played much of it because of the frustration of War and Kryda. Off cam, I need to beat that goddamn Mersat. Weird how platinum doesn't exist in Guild Wars 2 outside of crafting. As a currency, you mean? Yeah, because they only have gold and platinum in Guild Wars 1. Whereas here you have copper, silver, gold. I honestly like that difference. Because when I saw platinum, I was like, why are we using a crafting material as a currency? And then when I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. This was in 2005. A lot of things were like gold to platinum or gold to whatever was the highest currency at the time. I think there was one game that started implementing like copper, silver, gold, and then everyone else just hopped on that train. It's a little sad that they haven't implemented gold saving into the bank itself. And that, sure, it's a good idea to make your own guild where you are the only member and can unlock the guild banker to save the gold, because I do know you can put gold in there. Because it sure as heck helps to like save up for something like if you don't want to spend weeks on weeks and grind for a certain, let's say you want to save for the Eternity Greatsword, but you don't want to have to craft Sunrise and Twilight for it. You can just save up the gold for Eternity. At least that was the case until they dropped these legendary kits. Because that's how I did it. I got Twilight. And then with every update they dropped, I was waiting for Sunrise to arrive. And then eventually I was like, fuck it, I'll just craft it from the beginning. Or beginning. I got Dusk. No, Dawn. Dusk is for Twilight. And somehow I broke the whole thing. Let me see if I can find the collections, some weapons. Oh yeah, for some reason all these materials counts into the other of the other things you want to craft. Precious and done. I think I'm gonna wait until that drops in the... If I have to spin away because... Oh my god. The legendary trident is in sets 9 and 10. Yes, I looked it up. So I think I'm gonna wait with that. Where are you? I could sue because I was gifted the precursor, I think. And later on, someone told me, why haven't you made the legendary for us? Like, I'm a new player, you're gonna have to be more specific. And just laughed it off. It's like, okay, go to the wiki and search for Kutsu. It's like, okay, you have the precursor for it. Okay. Just follow that list and you're golden. Okay. Off to grinding amp. And that was the first legendary I went for. The rest was like ascended. And then I don't remember what kickstarted me to completely go legendary crazy. But for a time, Dawn would not mark in to the list because I don't know what happened, but somehow it wouldn't like mark in because I was it whatever, this wouldn't mark in for a time. And then all of a sudden I logged in one day and it like blinked off like, hey, you finished. Hi, Ravioli. So this looks simple, but doing it is like climbing Mount Doom with your fingertips. Yeah. Like all of these pieces look easy. And I was like, what the hell am I doing? Find a legendary sigil. Players with existing legendary sigils can update this achievement one. Yeah. That's a sigil. That's the standalone spear for Janthir. There's a backpack also. It's a pretty cool one actually. I think this is... Oh, that's part 1. Oh yeah, I skipped over the experimental stuff. I think I have the precursor for this. I just never bothered making it. It's actually fun making Eternity because it's really pretty to have. And it's especially fun when it's changing depending on the time of day. Working on Dusk experiment, you reminded me to craft the daily mythelium. You're welcome, and I am so sorry for the pain. Like going from the experimental stage up to the finished stage, oh boy, the patience. I just went precursor straight to the legendary. Because I'm that much of a wimp, and I don't have the mental stability to like go from start to finish. Because like I want to make the sigils, because I definitely would save money from having to buy 4 bloodlust sigils, I think it is. Land weapons, water weapons, yeah, it's 4. And then do force and accuracy on some of them. Accuracy for the ranged weapons, so longbow and trident, and then force for greatsword and spear on the water. Backpack, the suffering of making ad infinitum. But I powered it through, because I wrote all the time on the fractal looking for group. Ad infinitum, insanity, help. And people instantly like, what are you missing? It's like this, and this. Fine. Okay, let's go. And when there were like these things like, don't get hit, it's like, okay, you stand here. We, who have done this, will do the fighting. It's like, I'll take it. And then when they released Orax, I looked it up. I've seen people have it. It's gorgeous as hell. I don't have the mental stability to make it. Huh? Where's the list for it? Backpack and glider. How do you start off works? Also, Orax sounds like a dragon. That's a long list, okay. Help a scientist reach out into the mist and hope that the mist don't reach back. Okay, so there's a... Ah, that's how you open it. So kind of like... Starts with Orax contained. Yeah, I found the wiki. I'm not gonna start it, hell no. That is fun. Yeah. Like, it's cool, but I already have backpack, so. And then there's the trinkets. Crafting 6 astral is a pain in itself. Oh, for fuck's sake. Do I have to do... That's the mastery. Guessing. I haven't done anything there. It's like, I'm not gonna bother with vision. Aurora I can craft. I have the precursor for it. I just have to bother crafting everything else, but now I'm out of materials, so... Another year that damn thing has to stay in the bank. Minions of the Sun God. I am running that back and forth. Same thing there, out of materials. And I have to craft this twice. Legendary Endless Summer. Yeah, I have to craft this twice. Oh my... Ah! Why can't they just do it in container? That would save so much sanity. And mental power. I think this is the old ring. Yeah, that's the old legendary ring coalescence. I think it was that you have to do the Path of Fire raid? Something like that. Then there's the relic. But then again, I only use one. I have a lot of relic boxes in my inventory from when they were in the game at the time, before they went historical. And I have a lot of other relics far down in my bank to put on like any new character I have. But mostly I seem to use Firework, Thief, or Dragon Hunter relic. Something like that. Weapons we've been through, armor we've also been through. But how come you aren't marked in? Oh, you are. You're the list. Sorry. Do the list 3 times and you get 2 for each piece. So 2, 4, 6. The funny thing is, on this setup, I only have the bottom piece for it. Because I spent like, no joke, I spent an hour fiddling with how I wanted the character to look. And this is the first one I have not spent several times a day remaking the outfit. Let's call it outfit. And I haven't touched any of the armor since then. Sure, I have to like revert it back whenever I get new items. Which reminds me, if I ever make a human, I am definitely transmuting the... Where's the chest? There's the chest. I'm transmuting this to look like my base avatar. Oh yeah, we have this too. I still can't believe that we're about to get Guild Wars 3. And I thought for sure that we were gonna like jump another couple of years in the future. No, we're going back. Like, way back. Need to work on crafting my blacksmith. It's like 21. Armor or weaponsmith? Actually, I guess that can be called the blacksmith because they technically do both things. Because I use chef, obviously, for the food. Armor, weaponsmith. Depending on... Actually, I never use it. What am I saying? I do have jeweler. I do have artisan. Actually, I can see it here. This one in particular, I have armor, chef, artificer, jeweler, weaponsmith, handiworker. That's actually for Olmsted, never mind. I don't know why I have leatherworker. I do know I have half of these. Maybe I'm a huntsman active on my... Was it Elementalist I had it active on? Or was it the Ranger where I made Kutsu? Either way. Actually, I need to work on this at some point. Actually, the better question is why? I only use it for when I need... What was it? You're the one that made the luck, right? So if you have like an entire tab full of this and this, go artificer and craft the... Let's say you need 500 exotic, which I needed yesterday. There you go. And of course you can consume them for like magic find, which heightens your chances of finding oh yeah, squeeze through. It's something about finding stuff better. I've known what it does, I've forgotten what it does. Convoy magic find. What is the amount of karma gained from completing events? I need to up that a lot. And maybe that. I'm gonna get back to the story soon. I'm just gonna fiddle with stuff. Because the more I keep talking and the more I keep exploring the hero panel, it's like, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, I'm gonna lose my mind. Let me see. Bonuses will never decrease. Good. Acquisition. All account bonuses can be increased by earning achievement points on the account. Account bonuses will never decrease. For every 500 points, a set of achievement rewards is unlocked. Ah, so the bonuses are in here. Account bonuses there. Okay. Every 500. That was gold. +1 luck. +1 gold. Karma. XP. Every 250 points. Oh, 2,500. So this next one is gonna give me 3 bonuses. Sometimes I don't even look at these because they pop up on their own and scare the hell out of me. I need the panel open. We just finished unknown territory. Almost a discovery. You're right next to me.
Here you have it, Harvest Den. Much to keep a newcomer occupied, especially this time of year. Have one last hurrah before the deep freeze sets in, then our time of torpor begins and things really slow down. So, enjoy the fun while it lasts.
Weren't you supposed to show us around?
A wayfinder needs no chaperone, yes? You seem the type who'd rather blaze your own trail. Your friends, the flora and feline, make themselves at home already. Besides, if you need me, I'll be right here. A friend of mine plans to take part in the dance circle. Poor beast dances like his feet are forged from ore, but I'll be cheering for him nonetheless.
If this teaches me about the spear again, I'm gonna...
So you're a plant person? Can you make your own food? Do animals graze on you?
Making friends already, Keith?
Delightful, aren't they? What I love about children is their shamelessly charming lack of tact.
Willow, focus. We're training, not harassing newcomers.
But how pretty she is! I love her flowers best of all.
How sweet. These were a gift from a very dear friend. A dragon friend.
There's a dragon here as well?
I'm afraid we're on this adventure without her. She's resting. And she's more than earned it.
Something you have not, Willow. Back to your sets.
Could complete these with my eyes closed. Now this newcomer looks like a fine sparring match for you, Swift Rapids.
Never trained with spears before.
Really? Bet you take to it naturally. Talk to my sparring partner, Mists of Dawn. She'll help you get a feel for it. Most couldn't train in spears before they can talk. Though some prefer to exercise their jabbering jaws.
Thank you for letting us watch.
That was the worst timing to take a drink. forgot he said that. Obtaining a spare. Okay. Corkboard. Which one had? Because I'm not gonna bother putting it on this one. F7 and F8. And spear. Here we go. Oh, that's how the Lumi. Whoops. Hi. Let me turn off Blish. Actually, give me a moment. I'm gonna go see what's in that large box. Because I just noticed that everything is spiking. Dolan! It's the motherboard graphics card! I just left the box on the couch. I just ran straight back. So I'm missing the CPU!
Switch to Fang and Claw.
Actually, is it ordered? Is it on the way? Where is it?
Care to measure your spear skills against our Cubs newcomer? They may be youngsters still, but spear work is in their blood.
Where is the mail?
Before they could speak. Cubs, show our visitor a formidable fight. Keep moving, hit hard and fast, and strike your target.
CPU has been ordered.
No cheating by sword, bow, axe, or what have you. Only spear.
Will be sent from the merchant soon. Okay. So sometime next week. Starting next week, new PC. Yeah, maybe. Actually, what does the calendar look like? Depending on when it arrives, I might be able to put them all in on the 25th or the 26th.
I'm picking up all your slack.
Fine joke. Have to point your mind alone.
Ugh, cease bickering and move.
Oh, thank God, I don't have to do it.
Spears down. Everyone back here. Our newcomer wins, fair and square. Take note, Cubs. With practice, you'll perform with the poise of our friend one day.
It was the others. They let me down.
Say that every time you do.
Lose every time you do.
I have not used this in a while. Don't get to see the reaction. The only reaction I had was calling out about Harveston. Okay. You know what? Is there anything doing here? Nope. Actually, yes. I need to call a someone I know who can help me put it all in. Because my dad is away.
Exhilarating. Blood rolls through my veins like the great deltas. You are a worthy partner.
You know what? Can I afford? Can only afford one primer. Okay, it's gonna have to be the usual. Could go about doing my favorite one and then fill out the rest with either smithing or cooking. I think I might have to, because this and having OBS open with everything going on so quickly, the encoder's gonna crash on me. Like, you've seen how my computer gets when OBS is open and I do, for example, a meta. There's way too much going on and everything is about to shit a brick or two. I think I'm gonna do the cooking. So, gardening and cooking. I need a torch.
Sight for sore eyes. Your mere arrival brings much needed relief. By now, my request for your aid bores even me. But it rings as crucial as ever. Tend to the crops, as you so well do.
Okay, which one is infested? You. Sometimes there's like 2 or 3 in the same patch, sometimes. Can't be anywhere. I think they removed the... Sometimes it happened that even though you... For example, over by the corn stalk, I think they're corn, even though you burn the infested crop, you accidentally get the crop around it.
I give it 2 minutes for Barb Vale and show up to drag our limp corpses back to the drill yard. By the ears.
They're over there. Good to know. Yep. It didn't burn the one before. There's gonna be a yellow text popping up when you've done everything you can on this specific art. And then it forces you to move to one of the others. Have you thought of having your current PC on a test bench open air and using it to stream from? Save space from bulky case if it's an option. Would solve any issues with background process. As hypothetically is for when your new stuff arrives. I don't have room for a 2 PC setup. And most of the games I play aren't that like super mega heavy. Like I'm not you know, those racing games, first person shooting gamer. And if I know the game might be a little bit heavy, I close everything so I only have the game, Discord for the Fuji, Spotify for the music, and OBS. Because a lot of people have asked if I think of doing a 2 PC setup. I was like, I don't have the room for it. It's a good idea. I just don't have the room for it. And I don't know how well everything would set up. Because most of my computer problems, I ask my dad, because I still live at home. Yay. So, just to make it easy on him, I think like it's better I only have one. Wall mount is an option with test bench brackets, though that's a different problem. Same thing in there. Don't have room. Like no matter what however I look around with the on the wall where my whole setup is, I don't have room for it. So one PC setup it is. I nearly messed up my rotation. But at least I won't have to see all my games pixelated. And with no texture. Like, this game handles fine on the 960 because I actually started streaming with a Quadro 1200. Oh, it's a red text, never mind. And that graphics card is mostly used for like 3D or CADing stuff. Because the computer was for my dad's workplace. And then I got another hand-me-down.
There's our little chef. Heard our stomachs rumbling, did you? The kitchen is in dire need of your finesse.
Actually, I need... What do you want? Troll Tots. I don't think I've done that one. Cabbage. Fruit. Was honey in here? That's outdoor with the bees. Okay. Fish fillets. Beehive, here we go. And carrots.
I'll be ready for the deep freeze in no time.
One was enough. Okay. Usually it's two. Maybe it was because I was over there by the fighting ring. Ashes. Hiding up in the ceiling. I have to time one storage step with the convergence when I get to that. See, she's up here somewhere.
Hey, don't mumble that. Commander, quietly.
Catching up on Coden affairs?
The only meeting worth attending is the one you're not invited to. Seems there's been discussion about those strangers the kid mentioned earlier. Also scouts and what I assume are journeykin, which kicked off some squabbling. Then something about Isles, and interestingly, Alliance, which led to more squabbling.
What do we have to do with any of this?
Still piecing that together. But now you see why espionage and diplomacy go together like Bover and steak and a cold ale.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you're enjoying this.
And Krisha's still trying to convince me that field work gets old after a while. Anyway, the Warclaw Master seems to be the one spearheading all this. She said to speak to her understudy, correct? Wouldn't hurt to see if you can get any info out of it. Something's definitely got them on edge. Our timing could be good or bad.
I'm gonna go with bad. And that I was over there. I wasn't by the hunting lodge. Huh. Like the cap is actually they're never this high up. Huh. When you don't look for it, you actually don't know the moon cap is there. You can faintly see the spider up there. Similar growing up, ended up going without a PC for 10 years to save for a modern one after my first job. Running a 4080 13 gen Intel 9 and looking at an AM to build streaming and OS testing. I've had 3 laptops to play with and do schoolwork. And then I noticed that my back was starting to hurt from sitting up in bed with the laptop. I had like a laptop table and stuff. So it's like, I think it's time that I start looking at desks and stuff. So I had my main monitor and a laptop for a while. And then I got the PC and the screen for it from my dad's job. And I think it was when the printer scanner started to act up. It wouldn't run the color anymore, no matter how much Dad fixed it. So there was like more space on the Alex drawer I have next to the desk with all my other stuff. And I think it was in January this year I got another computer from family, but it kept shutting off no matter what we did, and I attempted to stream with that, and it kept crashing the streams. It kept restarting the computer, everything. And then when I looked further into it, I realized that it was the RAM that had degraded enough to like cause all these issues. Because there were one of two solutions, and the other solution was that it could be one of the hard drives, one of these HDDs, you know, these blocky moving ones, instead of SSD, which are the sticks you just plug in and never have an issue with, hopefully. And the more I looked into it, the more I was like, yeah, it's the RAM that's giving up. And then I got the third computer, which is this one, with DDR4 RAM and stuff. So, okay. Motherboard is acceptable, except that it goes up to Gen 8 and 9, which prevents me. I now have 32 gigabyte RAM, which is amazing compared to the 16 I started with in the PCs. Well, actually, I think the second one had 8 to make it runnable, whatever. But I was stuck with the graphics card from the second computer, which is the GTX 960. Like, at the time, it was a good card with 2 gigabyte and stuff. But as the games have evolved over the years, you need like more onboard VRAM gigabyte stuff on the graphics card, and more cores and threads in the processor. So as the games evolve to like look realistic and gorgeous and amazing, at the same time it prevented players from like having the latest stuff. Or they could, but they had to like play it at the lowest possible graphics they could and like change around stuff till it looked like flat and no texture at all, and it pretty much looks like your game is from 2005 to 2010-ish, which is how I've lived with my games ever. I've only had them on low to medium. Guild Wars 2 might be the only one where I have some low, mostly medium. Slight few of them have high graphics, but that's the only way I can run it. Hello. Was I yapping too much? Actually, my activity feed has been weird today. Not at all. Hi, water. Now you reacted when I clicked on the OBS window. Actually, I can close Steam because I'm not using that. But yeah, so once the Gen 12 Intel processor comes in, I'm gonna call someone who's more handy with computers, because I'm too much of a chicken to stick my hands in the PC. So mostly like my dad offers to plug it all in because he knows computers. I know how to use them. I don't know how to put them together. You know, this is just my thing. Yeah. Well, you are water, so. It was a. Yeah, 12400F. 4.48 gigahertz. Because mine right now is an 8 gen. So yeah, once this gets home, I can see about upgrading the computer. How am I? I am great, because I got my new motherboard and I got my new graphics card home today. I got the package before the stream, then I got the food, then I started streaming. Like half an hour ago now, maybe. I ran to check what was in the box, and it was the motherboard and the graphics card, and I nearly broke my foot running back to the desk to tell the person who got them for me. It's like, they're here! I'm just missing one part! you decided to do it. Why? This is like the second time there's been a cabbage patch and someone yelling my cabbages. Because the first time you find that is in Sand-Swept Isles, if you have World Season 4. And I don't know if people have caught on it when they first ran through it, but I was like, oh my god, there is a char version of the cabbage vendor from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And at least 2 people messaged me saying that they had known that was a reference from somewhere, but they couldn't remember what. And me figuring out what's the hint they needed. Feel that was put off building computers due to drinking shake and frying a motherboard, pre-built and safety. Yeah. Your journey can take it to you. That bond can go in stronger. Why don't you put your new friend's notes to work and find me a missing cub? A missing cub? The youngins are naturally curious, which is not always a good thing. They'll wander far and wide, and then they lose their way back. Track it down, bring it here, and we'll see the state of your bond. Well, get sniffing. You, here. Cub scent. Come on. Get. I think you actually. Yeah, are you a golden cub? Or are you a...
I don't know. What if Twig is there? What if I trip? What if I trip and Twig sees me trip? Oh, who cares about Twig? And you won't trip. Not if I'm in danger.
What kind of a cub are you? That's a cache. Oops. Oh, there you were. It was a workwell cub. Look at it! So cute! Just snoozing. I don't know if you can use mounts to run back. Here's the kitten, or cub, or whatever. Now all this. Return to poised arrow. Try not to run into your cabbages. Oh, right. I technically did the heart. Do I have enough? I haven't.
Talk to you later.
Spoiled they are. Get them in hand before they leave me a crop of tooth marks.
So I'm gonna grab this.
How'd you like to cuddle some sweet journeykins and help bring them home to their cozy pen?
Since we are gonna be here a while, might as well prepare.
What is it?
Straight to the matter. Wayfinders waste no time on windy hellos. Pleasantries be damned.
I see Malice has gotten you up to speed on our communications.
She gifted it to me to keep in touch. A neat device for sure.
So you waited for me to walk here, when you could have called me.
And forego a chat face to face? When you're a stone's throw away? Besides, I imagine it gets tiresome being always reachable. Surely one needs uninterrupted time with their thoughts. Speaking of life's interruptions, my paw requires a favor. Some small task for which he finds you fit. Said to meet him in the lower waterfalls at an old place of ours. Making my way over now. I'll see you there. By the way, I'd make haste if I were you. My paw values promptness. Lateness won't anger him, but it surely won't impress him. I speak not from experience.
Great. Thanks.
I heard things are going smoothly with the Lowlanders, Wayfinder. That's good. I'd love to talk. Probably best done in person.
Yeah.
Got a standing invitation with the Claw, so let's keep it quick. Might know about you-know-who.
You're gonna keep going? You're gonna be quiet. Okay. Get back to Frode. Yes, this tends to happen to me all the time. Having to wait for all the assets to load in. Sometimes I've been stuck in said asset when it loads in.
Ah, there you are. Tell me, how are the Lowland Coden?
They're a little skeptical, but welcoming. Some creature has them on edge.
My ward has reported the same, the good and the mysterious. Strangers pending. I'm glad it's going well. Now, as for your second mission, any sign of her?
Not yet. Though that barbed veil character definitely turned a few heads.
It's a journey, not a race. Haven't gotten much more out of Iskaran myself. I asked Dagda about her departure. Claims that it was a building reaction to the deaths of Boss and Akeem, former court members. Started isolating herself. She was detached from the rest of them, left a note before she fled. But that's all I've gotten so far. I'll let you know if anything else kicks up. Before you head back to the village, Vanak wanted to speak with you about something. A couple rift sightings outside of Moon Camp. Probably good to stay on top of that.
Cryptus, you think?
Maybe not. Could be the strangers. But I bet the Coden would appreciate it. Could swing them to joining the Alliance.
Maybe. No. I think he is. Yes, yes. I've been here on the moon camp enough to memorize.
Wayfinder, thanks for stopping by. Know you're busy, but I'd like your eyes on this one. Not sure how much Frode said, but we've had a few rift sightings in the area. Don't think it's Cryptus, but I'm not thrilled. That's something you can look into.
Of course.
What are we doing?
Listening.
And what are we listening for?
And it's gone. I'm not entirely sure, but Zizzle is up to something odd. I've heard barks and squawks and all sort of odd animalistic noises coming from the research area.
Zizzle, up to something odd? Never.
Is this all in here? No, but the project is. Essence exchanges. Wait, what? Ah. Here we go. 7, 200. Okay. Not doing that much rifting to warrant exchanges. Rift scan is Shift S. Right below. Holy damn, I wasn't the only one.
Your end is nigh.
You'll be feeling that one for days.
The spoils of battle.
Wilderness near the moon camp. Is it near or is it all over the map? That's actually been here.
It was worth it.
You're vulnerable.
Until next time.
Green
Another proud moment. I like it.
Maybe below again. Or are you actually on the opposite side this time? Yes, you are. You're on that cliff. So that's doorstep. The rifts are actually near the moon camp. Whereas all over the map.
What the? The fury is mine.
Are people are playing this for the first time or they're replaying it?
Contract accepted.
A lot of activity.
This could hurt.
Widerspiegelknopf.
Getting healthier.
You are all
Might
weaklings.
makes me right.
Okay, back up we go. Right, that's not the doors of today. Oh yeah, he's here. Hi, we have Titans.
Huh. Definitely not cryptids, but I'm not sure what they are. Thanks. I'll pass it up the chain.
Oh yeah, this is about the homestead. I think we have to, yeah. I actually haven't done next to anything with my homestead. I've seen other people pretty much
Suppose you might ponder why we don't opt for a more robust material.
what am I trying to say? I keep yawning and my brain shuts off. I've seen people cap the decoration limit with their homesteads. And mine is just like, I'm just gonna place this, this, and this, and that. Not touch it. So this is what it looks like in the instance, not what.
Ah, Wayfinder. punctuality is appreciated.
Sorry I'm late. The Astral Ward called me to check in on something.
A busy figure you must be. Don't worry. Pokey tells me of the positive impression you've made in town. He may seem adrift in his own world, but he's a keen observer. Takes after me in that regard. As you've proven rather neighborly, I've an offer to extend. This property on which you stand belongs to my family. In recent years, it's become unsuited to our needs. Rather than leave it in disrepair, I thought it might serve as a convenient home base during your stay. All I ask in return is that you tend to it. Admittedly, I've neglected my domestic responsibilities. Graciously, Pokey has tried to care for it on my behalf. But his pace of work has always been unhurried. Afraid he gets that from me as well. Have a look around then. See if the place suits you.
Have a look around inside. Thrust, that's nice.
Oh.
Hello.
The Wayfinder arrives. I bet this is a change from your typical to-dos. 1 minute waging battle, the next relegated to chores. Quite fortunate for us, though. This place has seen a lot, and so have we. Been intending to ask my friends for a hand with all this, but a riveting offer it is not. Sparring? Nah, come help Pokey Dust. That's where the true fun resides. Sometimes I sneak up here, try to get a little done myself, but take my time with things I do. Every so often I fall into a swift pace, but then I come across some remaining trinket of my mother's and, well, I understand why my pa rather keep his distance from this place.
You found this here. This place is no longer home to me. But perhaps it can be for you. I have no need for it any longer. And I am certain it has none for me. An explanation is not owed, but it has been earned. This I made long ago for my mate. Silken Weir was her name. A small gift for bringing our little arrow into the world. As a cub, our son would paw at it and play when she held him. On one such occasion, I overheard her tell him, "One day, when you've grown strong and wise, like your paw, I'll make you this arrow's keeper. Then soar you shall, poised and unwavering, on a path of your own making. All these years. Still, she makes me laugh. Like your paw. When forever, it's been clear, the arrow of our lives, who I see more of in our son every day, was her. Then, Jormag came and went. And so did she. Sentimental as I am, I thought she wore this piece off to battle. But clearly now, I see why she left it. For no matter what fate would befall her, her promise to our son she'd keep, that she made sure of. When my son finds himself sickened by grief, I tell him, allow the feeling. Let it wash over you. For when the tide recedes, and it will, it weakens, till it has no power left with which to pull you. I tell him this while I stand ashore, with my own back turned to the sea.
Are you done making me cry? Oh, you're welcome to.
Might makes me right.
Clean up this place. One thing I really should get from the gem store is these garden plot extensions. Because at most, I tend to spend a lot getting cilantro for this. Because no matter how, which ones I look at, I feel like this one suits my power DPS playstyle. But I have seen peppercorn being popular.
With you in merely a moment.
Might actually be a cheaper option, actually. Oh yeah, I should check on the grub infestation that's killed like 2 of my basil plants. Can we deposit at the mine? Easy. I actually don't have a lot of the home stuff. should save for. But where are you going?
Quickly.
Might makes me right.
Okay, I can do it from here. Yay! Come on, break. Trident's probably better.
Nearly finished.
You get over here. I'll perish within. Hehe. And then there's everything in the house. Can't open that. I forgot there was a cellar.
Just a second more.
I think I've gotten all the lore.
Shaping up quite nicely. Though a bit of decoration would give it a true feeling of home. You'd be wise to speak with Deft Lahar, our homestead master. Decoration is one of the lowlands' finest traditions. Quite fond of it myself. I'll be happy to provide suggestions. Been told I have an eye for this sort of thing.
Surprised they left us back in for the replaying. It's like with the point A and point B thing in Heart of Thorns, like they removed a lot from that when you replay.
Yeah?
Your leader sent me. I'm fixing up an old home of his.
So Ald's finally doing something about that place. Huh. And you're helping? Told him 1,000 times I'd help. But no, rather trust some half-witted meat slab. Well, tough. Every homesteader in town needs materials for their pet projects.
Who's there?
No one.
Talking to someone you are. My ears are far sharper than yours.
No one worth a bother.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Bitter old floof. Yeah. Latch on. Pull back. Mm. Nothing over there.
Tonight, something special for our Skywatcher friends. Have any of you heard the story of the Bog's Heiress?
I've been up here. No, here's one. There we go.
Huh? You did all that? Oh, that fast? Got work ethic, that I'll give you. What are you fixing to craft, exactly?
Well, the place could use pretty much everything.
That bad, huh? Start with the basics, then. How about a bed? Simple, practical, and if you screw it up, you won't have far to fall when the thing collapses. Now, I can give you instructions, but I can't build the damn thing for you. 'Tis the beauty of crafting. So try your hand. You get stuck, Do like us, Lowland. Look around. No better builder than nature. Shapes, angles, patterns, all intentional, all ripe with purpose. Take birds' nests. Don't see the birds sleeping on slats of wood, huh? So you might want to follow suit. Lucky for you, best weaver in the town is right behind me. I'd still deem her best even if she weren't right behind me.
Wouldn't bet my last bit of thread on it. Here your bed's a bit bare. Nothing to fret over. There's plenty of patterns a novice could weave well enough. Know what you're thinking. How could such unwieldy paws weave so delicate a pattern? The trick is in the tips of the claws, perfect for detailed work. Some fine things come from places overlooked, Now let's see. Perhaps... Oh, I know just the one. Used in many a tradition. Consummation of mates. Coming of age. Symbolizes new beginnings. Yes, she'll do right by you both. Best make haste now. Ald will be waiting on you. Wish him well for me.
And tell him he's hard-headed as they come about asking for help. But good on him for finally letting some light in.
I know how to obtain materials, I just never bother with it. And when I do bother with it, I'll just go to the wiki.
Hopefully Har was receptive to your interest in his craft. Or at least tolerant.
He's pissed.
He was glad to hear you're getting the place in order.
Thank God. Oh yeah, that's the last thing I did. Things are a bit of a divider.
Have not seen this pattern in some time. You met Willow as well, Garen. Pokey, does that blanket look familiar?
We had one, yes? On your bed. You and Ma. Forgot all about that.
A gift from a dear friend. For two young lovers embarking upon a life together. Funny how life can sprout anew from seeds long buried. A fitting choice, Wayfinder. One of many to come, I'm sure. As you continue making this place yours, my only request is that you keep our village close to heart. Any additions, mines, farms, lumber mills, and the like, can be of greater good to your community. May your new beginning here serve you well.
Remember nestling my way between you and Ma for warmth. Imagine me trying that now.
You've grown so much. We'd scarce have space to sneeze.
Oh, Jesus, hi. Forgot you were behind me.
Thought you'd still be here. I'm interrupting.
No, just saying our goodbyes. Rude it is to overstay in another's home.
Indeed. Wayfinder, you can really pull a place together.
Bit envious myself.
I came to pass along a message from Barbed Vale. She requests your presence at the hunting outpost a bit west of here.
What does she need?
Believe it has to do with the Journeykin. She'll provide you the details.
Alder, Pokey, take whatever time here you need. My home is always open to you.
Already the Wayfinder makes for a better neighbor than those obnoxious trolls.
A worthy challenge.
Is this the gift Willow made?
Near identical. Seems she taught the pattern to the Wayfinder. Sharp as her weaving claws, that one. I buried the original when it became clear that its symbolism was no longer appropriate.
I'm sorry.
Perhaps that's not entirely accurate. Truthfully, a new beginning is precisely what I need. I'm getting too old for this.
I know exactly what you mean.
At the very least. Maybe Willow could weave me some new pattern.
Any ideas?
Perhaps we could ponder it together.
Oh. I'm sure we can figure something out.
Hey, Commander. Fading Aurora has news for you. So we thought we'd tag along. How's reconnaissance going?
Was gonna ask you the same thing, but you've secured us a new base of operations. Screw dragon hunting and world saving. You were destined for diplomacy.
No kidding. Could use a little love and more greenery, but I mustn't be picky. It's lovely. And things are going well, actually. While you've bonded with the Claw and his son, we've been getting to know the village.
Kaith is good at kissing babies and letting the Coden coo at her foliage. I've collected more intel on their situation. Remember those strangers that Poised Arrow mentioned? Well, they're the talk of the town.
The cub's instructor did warn the little ones away from the woods. In the moment, I thought it was a standard warning.
People are being cautious, that much is clear. I'll see what else I can gather.
Now. Imperator, don't look so pleased with yourself. Trailing our hosts. Shame.
Hey, I'd do the same to you. Trust is a two-way street. If we're eating their food, I want to see what it's made of.
I think they're both thief. She sure heck disappears enough to be a thief. OBS says 3 hours and 18 minutes, but I don't believe that. It's been stopping at... Three hours just hit 38 minutes. Yeah. But I'm yawning, I'm tired, and I'm getting hungry. So I know I started late, but I think I'm gonna go do... Actually, I'm gonna take a nap. I'll figure out food. Because I can feel like if I start another chapter, I'm just gonna nearly fall half asleep. It's also a punishment. I'm falling asleep at 4:30 because I was working on the legendary aqua breather all night, which is why I only have the currencies left. Let's see if there's anyone around who can raid, or if we leave it be. Ah, a birthday subathon. Why not? And they're playing Guild Wars Reforged. Works enough. I should probably switch to this. Yeah, I'm gonna shut the game. Shut the game and put this in sleep mode, I think. So I can rest without her hearing the computer whirling. Here we go, I gotta shove. Probably. I'm trying to talk. I can't talk. I'm gonna go take that nap. Brain has officially left the building.